Hi beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dee. Welcome if you're new. First of all, I gotta stress this is my acne acting up and I've been so tired of it. If it happens to be distracting, please bear with me. I'll try to turn my head this way more so you won't see it as much. But anyways, let's go back to our topic today. I want to talk about cognitive dissonance in this video and then share my stories while drinking my coffee with you to show you how cognitive dissonance works and affects our everyday life and then how I combat it. The cognitive dissonance theory was raised by this American psychologist Leon Festinger, saying that cognitive dissonance refers to this inconsistency between a person's behavior and their cognition. For example, if you know that eating an excessive amount of sugar is bad for your health, but you still eat it either way, and then in that case, eating an excessive amount of sugar is your behavior, and then knowing that that's harmful to your health is your cognition, because these two are in congruence with each other. You are in some form of cognitive dissonance. And then this often happens in relationships where a person at least has some form of narcissistic personality trait, or at least that tendency. And then it doesn't even have to be a romantic relationship. It could be a friendship or a relationship between teachers and students, bosses and employees. So personally for me, when I was in high school, the senior year of my high school, I was having this teacher in my class, and she assigned us this homework the night before an exam. And then I found out that on the second day, the most difficult item in that exam happened to be the same as the one showed up in her homework assigned to us the night before. So because I did the homework carefully, I was able to get all of the answers correctly. But then after the exam was done and then the teacher started to grade the exam, she got so furious, and then she stormed into the classroom and then throw the exam paper in my face, screaming at me at the top of her lung, saying, how dare you cheat on this exam? When in reality, it was because she didn't even grade our homework, and then she didn't even know that the same item was both in the exam and our homework. So she just took it off all on me. Why? Because in my class at the time, my family was the least, I guess, wealthy, and she just thought that I was just a doormat to step on. So whatever she's upset about, she will take it off on me. And at the time, I was so vulnerable, and I didn't know how to defend myself, and I was experiencing this severe cognitive dissonance at the time. Even though I didn't know it, my brain just kind of automatically shut down because of this fight or flight response mechanism we have as humans. And at the time, my response was to flee, and I just couldn't say a single word, even though I know I did not cheat at all. I didn't copy and paste the answers either way, because I remembered those answers in my brain because I did the homework carefully. So that is one form of cognitive dissonance. There's another manifestation which is called gaslighting. It also involves a lot of cognitive dissonance. So this term can be originated from this movie Gaslight. Essentially in the movie, there was a husband and a wife, and then the husband essentially kind of mentally manipulated the wife to believe things that wasn't true. The story went something like, when the wife was living in the house where the gas light was kind of dimming down and then flickering, she was reporting that to her husband, but her husband insisted with this extreme confidence that that didn't happen, that the gas light was, there wasn't anything wrong with the gas light, that the gas light was fully functioning. When in reality, the wife was right, but then because the husband was so confident in his belief, and that he was so firm in his responses, the wife gradually became more and more doubtful of herself, of her sense of reality, and then eventually her sanity just went out of the window, and then she just became insane. That was a prime example of mental manipulation using cognitive dissonance as a tool. When I was younger, I didn't know how to handle it, and then I had to suffer a lot of mental trauma because of it. Then I came to learn more as to how I can cope with it, and then how I can defend for myself, how I can detach myself from that dissonance, and then start to rationalize my sense of reality. So first of all, I would say, just if you ever encounter that kind of situation, just get out. If you can, just get out, because those people who are actively trying to manipulate you will not change, because most of those people have this narcissistic trait, and then they're deeply mentally stirred. So you're not their therapist, and if they're not actively seeking for professional help, there's nothing you can do. Just flee. But if you cannot leave that scene, or if you are right on the spot with that person who's trying to mentally gaslight you, causing you to have the mental, like the cognitive dissonance, then here's what you can do. Let me show you what I did with one encounter with this narcissist. So I was seeing this guy who was like a bunch of years older than me. When we were seeing each other, he was judging me so much, and then saying that I shouldn't be spending my money on food, on this and that, and then I shouldn't be wearing this and that. He was saying that, well, I've lived it all. I know what the world is all about, so I know what's better, and then you don't know anything, so you should listen to me. And I immediately spotted that was a form of gaslighting, and that was the discomfort I was experiencing at the time was exactly the cognitive dissonance. So I just told myself, okay, so you have to go back to your core beliefs. Are you a good person? Yes, I am. Do you wish bad on other people? No, I don't. And then do your loved ones support you, and then do you love them back? Yes, that's true. After I checked those questions with myself, with my core beliefs, I went back to the situation on the scene, and then I responded with a smile, and I told myself, do not see this person ever again. Don't let him shame you, or don't show fear, because fear is those narcissists' mental supply, if you know what I mean. And the more fear, the more compliance you show, the more satisfied they become, or the more they get off on those things from you. So do not give them that. And I just told myself, well, my dad is even a light years older than him, and my dad certainly had lived it all, and my dad had more life wisdom than this guy could ever have dreamed of. So I told myself, my dad is a really great man. He is wise, and he's a lot older, and he has a lot more life experiences, but he is supportive of my decisions with my money, with my hobbies, with my ambitions, and then he even financially support me for those things. So there's absolutely no reason for me to listen to this guy, this crazy guy that I don't even know. And then I just came back to the reality, and then kind of got out of that without being hurt. So without being like a wounded lamb. That was just one simple example, like by me sharing my personal experience. There definitely are occasions in friendships where I encountered similar things, but I will share that with you guys sometime later if you want to see me talking about that in a different video. So a little wrap up. If you've ever encountered cognitive dissonance, or if someone is putting you through that, first of all, get the F out as soon as possible, and then go back to your core belief. Check with yourself about those core questions as a person. You don't necessarily have to have the same core questions or core belief as me, but you have to know what they are for yourself. That's how you can stand your ground and then combat the cognitive dissonance and gaslighting people inflicted on you. So yeah, that's my video for today, and thank you for tuning in. Hopefully it's helpful, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Bye.